Hi, Chris Grant with Polygon. We are on our way here in the beautiful Wynn Hotel to see Tomb Raider from Square Enix. That's actually our only video game appointment of this entire show. We're here to see the multiplayer mode. This is the first time they're showing it off. They're showing it off on Xbox because they have a fancy new controller to show us. Game comes out March 5th, so they've got a couple more months to wrap it up, and we're going to go see what they have to show us.
The project basically came to light about 2 years ago. Tomb Raider as a reboot had already been in existence, and Crystal really wanted to do a multiplayer component, but they didn't want to fragment their team. So they looked at other opportunities within Square Enix, and Eidos Montreal had, first of all, there's a big pool of talent in Montreal. And they said that if they wanted to do this correctly, a team fully dedicated, they needed to put their attention on it. We had some great talent from other projects within Eidos Montreal, but we also picked talent from Montreal that had worked on multiplayer before. And we really studied single player correctly to see if we could do something that didn't feel like a last minute addition, because we didn't want to do that. That was never the mandate, just to make sure that we add a mode that's not necessary. We wanted to make sure that we still held the values that single player established, and that we believed that we could do something with those values for multiplayer. We had to make some adjustments for things to work well in multiplayer, and we looked at single player as an inspiration, but also at other games. Gears of War for a dash, maybe Uncharted for some of their shooting, some of their mechanic. I mean, there's really a lot of projects out there that have done things really well that we inspire ourselves on, but not necessarily just stick to one title as inspiration. There's inspiration everywhere, I guess.
It has some of the verticality of a game like Uncharted, where you can climb walls, you can run on zip lines and connect you from place to place. Similar to Gears of War, you have your run is basically a roadie run. You hold B and rush forward in a sort of uncontrolled hurry. There's also events. The event we saw, which could be triggered by either team, is a windstorm. And when you activate the windstorm, you can see your teammates. The other team can't see much of anything. That's very similar to the sort of events we saw in Gears of War's multiplayer mode. Snowstorms and stuff. It creates some competitive advantage. There's also things like traps that you can set for enemies, which brings some of the single player mechanics into the multiplayer mode. The characters are different, it's not more powerful, but there are perks for each character. So some characters might be able to sprint faster, some characters might get more loot. You also get upgrades as you play. So, like every multiplayer shooter out now, you have rewards. You can upgrade things. You can upgrade your bow to shoot faster, have napalm shots. You can get bigger clips for your guns. You have different loadouts that you can select and change in between spawns. It's a fully featured multiplayer mode that's going to have most of the things you'll expect from a competitive multiplayer shooter.
It is a 2-year development that we did. It wasn't really just put a team together and just get a multiplayer out the door and done. It is, I think, an expertise that Eidos Montreal as a whole wants to look into. So hopefully, yeah, there'll be some more multiplayer online presence for us, because I think it is, under the right circumstances, it is something worth investing in.